couple weeks ago, Derek absolutely froze, went blank, and then finally apologized for not having anything. What he didn't know was he had us in the palm of his hand. There was so much drama in that empty space. And if you feel, your job is not to entertain people. Your job is not to hit a home run, not even to have a success. Your job is to have an experiment at getting yourself bigger. And mistakes, no problem. One of my favorite song lyrics is Sarah Bareilles sings, "I'm underprepared, but I'm willing," even better. I think that's even better. And if you are scared before you come up to speak, you're human. Humans are afraid of speaking in public because there's so many ways it can go wrong. It's completely uncontrolled. So one of the mantras that helps me is anxiety plus breath equals excitement. Breathe. And I've had so many situations. One situation where I was physically in danger, I took a breath and I got excited. How many people were blown away by how beautiful today was? Now, if you were not, and I'm not saying any no's, if you were not, well, you would. God tried to give you a gift and you didn't take it. And also you're human, because self-preoccupation is the human disease. And it can take two forms. It can take the form of feeling that we're small and limited, because we're not. We're plugged into all of life. Or it can take the form of the ego appropriating that and saying, I, John Madden, am God. And I'm a clinical psychologist, and I worked with, I said to one of my patients at the VA hospital, Joe also thinks he's God. What do you think of that? I want to tell him to get off my turf. There was a radical psychiatrist when I was in training who said that the experience of the mystic and the experience of the paranoid schizophrenic is basically the same, but the paranoid appropriates it to the ego and says it's me that's God. If we allow life to flow through us, spectacular things can happen. And if you really know that we are creating it, it's not me doing something to you, but it's a dance we're doing together, then really it can go places. And if you don't know that, you can get in a whale of a lot of trouble. And I had a disturbing experience this morning. I was with a guy who I keep seeing at this coffee shop, and he's a really intriguing guy, totally charming, obviously very talented. And he's been saying to me, I've been playing guitar for just 2 months, but I was taught by a master, and it's unbelievable what's coming through me. People cannot believe that I've only been doing it for 2 months. So he got out his guitar and we went out on the street and he played something. I believe he's only been playing for 2 months. That's fun. And he made a big deal out of, I just want to make my own music. I don't want to play anybody else's music. So he strummed some very basic chords until I wanted to shoot myself. And I go, okay, you don't want to rain in his parade. So I asked him about his art and his process, and wow, you're really trusting yourself. But I was going, how is it that you delude yourself to thinking you're so good when you're not? I mean, you might have talent, but it's not obvious yet. So what I thought about was, this guy has no spiritual life. He thinks it's him doing it. And he's managed to go down this little tunnel where he thinks he's really great. I don't think he's ever saying thank you. And I think the big divide socially in our world is people who know that there's something bigger, some higher power, something that's pushing through me. And people who are caught in the ego and it's me against the world. Oh, look, I'm really great, I'm amazing. Well, in the last 5 years, I've been on a spiritual roll, and I've had one experience of getting bigger after another, and I'll have days where the next day I say, who did that? That you were not capable of that. And I have to say, well, there's something bigger. There's something bigger that has a plan for me. And the reason I believe that the reason we're in Toastmasters is to face the human fear of exposing ourselves in front of other people. And to find out that when we're lucky, something comes through us bigger, and we discover that we're actually a lot bigger than we realize. A lot bigger. But it's not me. It's it. Life, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. We participate in something. It's good to take silences in the middle. I do ecstatic dancing, and one of the things I do is if I'm not feeling the beat, stop. Wait for something to come through. And do that to ground yourself, get in your body. I like to coach people that the day you're giving a talk, do everything you can to get in your body. Dance, shake, yawn, and stretch. Get hugs here when you come in. If there's, don't grab a hug. But offer yourself for a hug. Invite someone that they should give you a hug. It's not about the bottom line. It's not about what the evaluator says. And beware of evaluations, because sometimes they get it wrong. And as a woman, if an evaluator says anything remotely like you are too much, let your bullshit detector go crazy, okay? Because the guys have been doing that to women for ages. You're too much. When they actually should say, there's something about your bigness that scares me to death. I talked to a woman the other day who's working with a professional public speaking coach, and she said, he told me I'm too much about 5 times. I said, fire that guy. Fire that guy. And when you get the evaluation tonight or another time, ask yourself, does that make sense to me? And if it doesn't, boom, throw it out. It's a red light, that means stop. Thank you.